Hello, welcome to the 6th episode of the 20-Minute Wellbeing Check. I'm your host, Stephanie Cunningham. This is where all of us mind, body, spirit junkies come to check in and get a little growth-centered snack. As a reminder, each time we get together, we'll touch on a different topic designed to support you on your unique development path, whether personal, professional, or spiritual. So be sure to comment. Wherever you're seeing this, drop some comments so we know this is helpful. Also, if you have a topic you wanted to see covered, drop that in the comments as well. In case we haven't met yet, I'm Stephanie Cunningham, certified professional coach, Reiki master teacher, speaker, and trainer. I'm founder of RevelationU, a firm focused on self-awareness and personal growth that offers Reiki, spiritual life coaching, in-person and online courses. I have an office in Marysville, but also do remote coaching and Reiki. And like many of you, I too am a highly sensitive person and an empath. My mission is to help people better understand themselves and the world around them so they can create a life that feels really good. I'm talking incredibly, deeply satisfying. Today's Wellbeing Check topic is taking control of control issues. Can you relate? I'm looking at you, Type A's. I see you. Remember, I'm a recovering Type A myself. How many of you struggle with needing to be in control or needing to feel in control? Don't be shy. Let us know in the comments. Also, get out that journal because you're going to want to take some notes today. Does this resonate? Jot it down. Mention it in the comments. It's one of those things that, depending on the area of life or how far you lean into it, can be celebrated or criticized. There are many layers to this conversation, and in 20 minutes, I hope to get your wheels spinning on the following points. First, identifying your preferred way of controlling. Do you have yours in mind? Next, thinking about where your control tendencies come from, how they were born, and what triggers them to come alive. And finally, ways to manage those control tendencies. I'm not really a control freak, but can I show you the right way to do that? I thought this was a funny quote to get us started. I hate to say it, but I may have actually said these words or something close to them. You too? Oh, if so, you're in the right spot. When we talk about control, we're talking about how a person regulates themselves or wishes to regulate their environment. The goal of control is to feel safe, secure, powerful, and to manage our emotions or our environment, to make sure things don't get out of control or to predict an outcome or result. Again, so that we can feel safe, secure, powerful. So let's pause and reflect for a moment. How would you define control? Get out your journal and jot down your thoughts in there, or you're welcome to jot them down in the comments as well. Some past clients have said, manipulating a situation to turn out the way you want. That was Allie. And Madeline has said, making sure everything gets done in a timely manner and done correctly. So it sounds like we have a few different perspectives here. That's the one thing about control. It's subjective. You may think you're bringing something positive to the team or family, but your team or family may have a different opinion. So spend a few minutes. How would you define control? Whether or not you or your coworkers, friends, and family see controlling as helpful or not probably depends on your preferred method. There are many ways of controlling, but here are some common ones that you might experience or incorporate. First, things have to be done your way. This is a spectrum, and depending on the situation, it might be important for things to be done your way. However, it's always important to look at your motive for wanting things done your way. Is there a scientific method that you're trying to incorporate? Is there a safety issue? Do you just want it done your way because it feels good to you, or you don't trust that someone else has another way? Do you feel like you're the only person that can come up with the right answer? Perhaps you want things to be done your way so that you don't feel out of control yourself, or you don't want to get in trouble, feel judged, etc. Maybe being open to another way of doing things feels too risky for you. Next, refusing to delegate. This is one that not only hurts you, but others in your life that you love and respect. We all need the chance to learn and grow, and we can only do that through experience. Whether it's learning how to clean the bathroom, cook a meal, or create a proposal for a client, refusing to delegate stunts growth for the control seeker as well. Being judgmental or constantly critical. I don't know many people in personal or professional situations who feel empowered by judgment. I don't mean healthy competition. I mean making someone feel less than, talking behind someone's back, constantly criticizing, not offering kind, supportive words. This form of control is about staying energetically in control of another person, keeping someone under your thumb, if you will, and it encourages distrust. And finally, micromanaging. Another word for this is helicoptering. Have you heard this term? Helicopter parent, helicopter manager. This is another control behavior that is detrimental to growth of both parties. It can feel like you're helping or being supportive when really you are not encouraging them to take care of themselves, their projects, or become resilient. It is important to look at your motive here as well. Do you see yourself in any of these tendencies? There are obviously more, but these are some big ones. Which ones do you resonate with? Me? I've had issues with refusing to delegate and micromanaging or helicoptering in the past. Working for myself has helped with those tendencies a lot, obviously, but also having children. Realizing and being aware that my need to make sure things are done in a certain way or ensure they don't get their feelings hurt doesn't offer the chance to build the life skills I want my child to build. So you're not alone here. But where do these tendencies even come from? There are a few ways that are common: trauma, especially in childhood, neglect, fear of judgment, trained or ingrained behavior. This goes back to our definition, right? The reason we seek to control situations is to help us regulate ourselves or our environment. So whether control is a coping mechanism or we were trained by a parent, teacher, or manager to work in that way, again, the goal is to regulate ourselves and our emotions, to feel safe, secure, powerful, and as well as our environment, to make sure things don't get out of control, predict an outcome or a result. Where do you think your control tendencies have come from? I've had past clients say, I can get overstimulated easily, so finding ways to control myself and my surroundings helps my anxiety. I can go too far with it sometimes, though. Sarah said, to the point of this being a learned behavior, I worked for someone that micromanaged, but made it seem like they weren't, if that makes sense. Once I started managing people, I could see that I was being overly controlling of my staff and that I was just managing the way my manager managed me. That one sounds really familiar to me. It takes me back to my corporate America days, for sure. The whole trust but verify concept, right? Our control tendencies ramp up even more in certain situations or when we feel a certain way. Some common triggers include stress, physical, emotional, and mental stress, feeling insecure or unsure, doing something new, and with a previous client's example, anxiety. All these things can trigger the need to control your environment and your feelings in an effort to feel good, to manage your emotions or your environment. Let's take another moment to pause and reflect. Are there other triggers that you have? Think about what they might be and jot them down in your journal, of course, and if you feel comfortable, in the comments as well. So, how do we manage these control issues? Here are a few ideas for you, and if you have others, again, please let me know in the comments or shoot me an email. First, tell a different story. Reframe your perspective. Go back to where your control tendencies popped up and see if you can reframe your perspective or tell a different story. Doing this can actually help heal a pattern that was created a long time ago. Next, breathe. When you find yourself being triggered to control, take a few big, deep belly breaths to release stress and anxiety and reset your system. Slow your mind. As your body calms, you will be able to move forward thoughtfully rather than reacting from a control-based mindset. Play the what's the worst that can happen game. Now, this trick doesn't work for everyone, but I found it helpful. I let my mind run wild with the possible outcomes if I release control over a situation. I let my mind go on a free-for-all, and that actually helps me rein in my obsession, seeing that many times things can be easily cleaned up if something goes awry. You can do the opposite as well, going down the rabbit hole of what can go right. Ask for help. Imagine that. I'm now at 46, getting better at doing this. One of my control issues that I'm recovering from is extreme self-sufficiency, mainly spurred by judgment. I can do it myself. Watch me. Just today, I reached out for some help with my business, and it felt really scary, but great at the same time. Remember, people like to help you just as much as you like to help them. So give them the opportunity to help you and give yourself the opportunity to be supported. Give the gift of growth. There are many ways to look at this. Giving yourself the gift of growth and giving others the gift of growth too. This is similar to our first suggestion of reframing. Instead of needing to control, reframe the situation as a teaching moment for yourself and others. Do you have any other suggestions on managing control issues? What do you do? What has popped up for you? Of course, jot it down in your journal and share it with all of us through the comments or shoot me an email. So one final time, let's pause and reflect. What's one piece of information you learned from this well-being check? Again, jot it down in your journal, share in the comments. We hope you learned something really great or got another nugget of information that can be supportive for you on your personal well-being journey, whether it be personal, professional, or spiritual. Thanks for joining us for today's well-being check. We'll see you back next time. Our topic will be trusting yourself. Once again, if you have a topic you would like to discuss, please let us know. Put it in the comments, shoot us a message, give us a call, whatever feels right for you. If you want to learn more about creating goals with you in mind, check out our course, 5 Steps to Setting Realistic Goals by Putting Yourself First. Visit RevelationU.com to enroll. If you want to get in touch with me to schedule a Reiki or coaching session, or you want more information about our corporate options, reach out via our website, RevelationU.com. You can email me at RevelationU.com@gmail.com. And you can also check out our course list on Teachable or give me a call. Until next time, be well.